Lothringen Tower lies beyond the Burnack Plateau.
Blah! If you're gonna set up an obvious trap, couldn't it at least be someplace more convenient?
What's wrong, Laphicet?
I was just wondering why Eizen and Zavid can't work together to find Aifread.
All men their age care about is their reputation, their street cred. Such a hassle.
Oh, really?
Well, I can't fully deny it.
The same could be said of women, and of everyone, really. It's hard to work alongside someone unless you strive to understand their thoughts and feelings.
And if you can't?
Well,
It's like Zavid said. You start talking with your fists instead.
Sounds harder than I thought.
Open. Drop earring. There's a code red there, but I might want to skip it until I get Eizen back in the party. 1750 gold.
Whoa! Hot water is spouting out of the mountain!
and look at those rainbows. This is one of the 7 wonders of the world, the Burnack Geyser. The water heats up from underground until the pressure forces it to spray up from the surface.
And the rainbows are caused by light reflecting from the salts suspended in the mineral water. It took tens of thousands of years for the minerals to accumulate here and form this phenomenon.
Wowee!
That was very educational.
At least you know plenty of trivia, if nothing else.
Additionally, the groundwater veins that feed this geyser are connected to the sea. Because of this, every now and then a boiled octopus or crab will shoot out from the geyser!
No way!
That's impossible. Well, not impossible, but
with the salt content of the geyser's water, I bet they're seasoned to perfection.
Mogulo, I'm declaring your bizarre imagination the 8th wonder of the world.
People say that all the time.
Enough bottle obtained.
Eizen!
Did you get the medicine to the ship's crew?
Yeah.
Good. My thanks to you.
These soldiers won't be happy in the morning, but they're alive. Is this your work?
No, they were like this when I got here. It must have been Zavid.
He didn't kill a single one. Interesting.
The Abbey is going to great lengths to arrest him.
Even so, he clearly knows he's walking into a trap. What I don't get is why he roped me into all of this. If he didn't want my help, then what need did he have to play the Aifread card on me?
if you knew this was a trap, why did you come?
To see for myself. When I met Aifread, I was wallowing in despair that I would ever find a way to break the Reaper's curse. Stop denying reality, he told me. If you were really born with that curse, then it's a part of you. But if the Reaper learns to grasp the wheel of his life, even he may find his creed, his path through stormy waters. And so, I joined him aboard the Von Eltia.
A creed of life.
Let's say someone's murdered the captain. If it came as the result of him living life on his terms, I could accept that. But if anyone, and I mean anyone, tries to crush his way of life, I could never forgive them.
Who's there?
It's rude to eavesdrop.
If you got secrets, talk about them at home.
Zavid, isn't there any way you and Eizen can work together somehow?
Not if he's going to keep acting like this.
Well, that's how it is.
What was the point of all that posturing? He could have just stayed hidden. Weirdo.
Can't disagree there.
Lothringen Tower is a training ground for exorcists, right?
Yes, it's a great edifice built on ancient ruins.
Laphicet, did you ever go there when you were tethered to Teresa?
I don't really remember the beginning of my service to Teresa.
I see.
What sort of training do they do there?
Exorcists are tested and assigned malachim equivalent to their aptitude with mana. It's also where they practice Moloch arts and study our laws.
So the lower ranks use it as a sparring ground in order to train up to the higher ranks?
No, an exorcist's affinity to mana is not something that strengthens through training. We are given Malachim based on our inborn ability, then learn arts to suit that ability.
So, an orderly is an orderly for life then?
Correct.
There'd be no spirit of competition then. Don't they want to get stronger, to advance through the ranks?
There'd be no purpose to advancement. Rank signifies nothing more than the type and number of Malachim one can tether. People join the Abbey for only 2 reasons: to protect people from demons, and to save the world.
Are all of you that dedicated to asceticism?
How sickeningly noble of you.
I wonder if your wills are suppressed just like those of the Malachim you use.
Deviants like you could never possibly understand our motives. In any case, that is who awaits you at Lothringen Tower.
So we're in for a rough welcome. I say bring it on. I can't wrap my head around Zavid.
We witnessed his unwillingness to kill before, but it seems he's quite serious about it.
Maybe that's why I don't feel scared of him. Even when he and Eizen were about to fight, I didn't feel tense at all.
Perhaps that's just because you've been around Velvet a bit too long, kiddo. Next to her, few people are frightening.
Do you think so?
Don't ask me.
He doesn't come across as vicious. I think that's why you're not scared.
Because he's just a brawler?
Maybe he's just naive.
Okay, so he's just a naive brawler. He's still involved with Aifread's disappearance, and he's also taking on the Abbey. I just don't get him.
Me neither.
Uh-huh.
I agree, but I don't understand any of you either.
Well, that's quite a contrast to the Zestiria, where he believes killing is sometimes the only way. I do think he should have at least given us a chance to try to purify that that giant Furian boss.
We will need to be extremely wary.
That's a lot of hit points. Okay, that's not a good connection. Damn it, Water Snake Wake is so gimmicky. Oh, this ain't going well.
You wronged me! Here's your justice! Fighting order!
Okay.
No mercy! Wounds I will shield!
Did you think you could escape me?
Graceful Gladiator Powerhouse, okay. Got a few things mastered now. Good. A little sloppy there, but it worked out.
I don't get it.
Get what?
Why did Aifread let Eizen join his ship, knowing he carried the Reaper's curse with him? What good did it do? I just don't see the reason behind it.
Well, if it were me who had that curse, it would mean that you and Velvet could die because of it, right?
Yeah, I suppose so.
If that's the case, then I'd feel like I'd both want to and not want to be close to you two. And I'd probably really hate myself for it.
Do you suppose that's how Eizen feels? But Aifread still took him in. He agreed they'd put up with the curse together.
It's all a bit hard to fathom.
Well, if one thing's for certain, it sounds like Aifread's a very strong man. At least for a base lawless pirate.
Eizen, can I ask you about that thing Zavid had?
It belonged to Aifread, didn't it? I've read much of the Abbey's archives on weaponry, but I've never seen anything like it.
He found it when we crossed to the far continent. It's a relic from a long-vanished civilization. He's like me and can't resist a good treasure. But of everything we've found, that one was his most prized.
What is it?
I can't say. It seemed like a weapon, but Aifread wouldn't let anyone touch it. He went off and tested it on his own, then came back all grinning, saying he had an ace up his sleeve the next time we got into a fight.
Then it's definitely some sort of ancient combat device? But why is Zavid looking for Aifread? To apologize for stealing it?
He doesn't seem like that much of a gentleman.
Did he really steal it?
What do you mean?
It's just my feeling, but Zavid doesn't seem like the type of Moloch to steal something so precious.
He said he just picked it up. Perhaps he's trying to return it.
Perhaps.
That's so camouflaged, the saffron. Passage into the cave? Strange. That garish pink skirt. Do I even have that yet? Okay, something new to master. Oh, what? This is total glass cannon shit. Heat shell obtained. Okay, this will take me back to an older area. But there's supposed to be an herb that I was unable to get before. Here it is. Rosemary obtained.
No one on guard. They're really not bothering to hide this trap.
They probably knew we'd sense it. The question now is just what they're planning to spring on us.
Whoa, bet there's gonna be a bunch of Malik-type enemies here. 1820 gold. Enough bottle.
Eizen, when and how did Aifread disappear exactly? And how did you two meet in the first place?
You know, you ask an awful lot of questions about us.
What? I don't mean to pry, really. Perhaps it's a habit I picked up from my work. Drat. It seems I've been digging too hard.
No matter. Aifread vanished about a year ago. He agreed to fight a duel against someone, and secretly left to meet his opponent. Once we figured out what was happening, we rushed to the scene. But all we found was the aftermath of a fight, and a pendulum.
Was Zavid his opponent?
Given his choice of weapon and his ability to fight, I'd say it's likely.
What I don't get is why Aifread would end up captured and imprisoned by the Abbey after a fight with a stray Moloch.
The Abbey had him prisoner?
On their island. Until an exorcist named Melchior took him away, that is.
What? Lord Melchior did?
The Abbey would have captured Aifread about a year ago. Surely it must have caused quite a stir.
I was simply patrolling. I wasn't involved in any such operations. Oh, but I do remember that we suffered a great number of casualties around that time. I never heard why, and when I went to investigate, I found no records of any major deployment. And then I was ordered to cease any such investigation by Lord Melchior.
That's fishy.
He wanted to hide something, clearly. And I think I'm starting to get a picture of what it was.
And it involves the Abbey?
Halberd. Do I already have that? Yes, I do. Saffron. Open. Aviator sunglasses. Simple ribbon. Stuff I already have. What's this Eleanor's secret stash?
Aifread.
So, this is Von Aifread.
Eizen, it's good to see you again.
So you're alive. You could have sent a letter.
When have you ever written a letter to another man?
True. Aside from my little brother, not even once.
Your brother? Ah, yes. You told me that once. Eizen, why?
I've got no brother.
There's a trap.
Enough of your tricks!
It's gotta be an illusion too. Or disguise.
Thanks for luring him out. I owe you one.
Zavid.
Now come on out, you old coot!
Lord Melchior.
Breaking through my double illusion. Impressive.
I'm making a point not to fall for the same tricks twice.
I shouldn't have let you get away last time. I won't make that mistake again.
Why am I here?
Her consciousness has returned, so that is its power.
So they can just randomly infect people with malevolence? That does not seem like something an exorcist should be doing.
He turned her into a demon.
What? This can't be happening.
A chain reaction. Your Reaper's curse is quite a dreadful affliction, isn't it?
Don't you run away!
Heads up! Wyvern's coming!
Oh, there's 3 of them. Why?
Why would an exorcist create a demon?
Hey, worry about that later. We've got damn dragons to take care of.
We're on top! We're on top! Take these guys! I say! Artorius, dragon! Take that! I say! We're on top! Hold the water! Lock the door! I say! Pull on surface! Here! Roll the river! Rock swarm! Shake the heavens! Rock swarm!
Killing flash when I'm this close.
They're all just bunched together so annoyingly.
Ready to die? Think you can dodge? Just try. Perfect mayhem!
Now,
Yeah, you can actually change the guard Mystic Arts. I just want to try at least once, even if it was overkill for such enemies.
unbeatable!
Okay.
Stop it!
Ow.
How did this happen? 4-4! No escape! Double haze! Heaven's back! Take that! Getting wet! Heaven's haze! Hurricane! Soaring dragon! Flash!
Okay, Slag Assault's not a good connector. I'll think of something else.
Next! I got you! Double haze! I got you! Rising Falcon! Spirit release! You wronged me! Here's your justice! Fighting order! I got you! Take that! Devour! Heaven's back! 4-4! I'll help you! Rising Falcon! Getting wet! Double haze!
Looks like you got caught in your own trap, old man.
Oh, are you sure about that?
It's another illusion.
What the?
I'll take care of the last one.
Wait, what about Melchior? Why'd you heal,
He just saved the Wyvern?
You folks jump in and kill without a second thought. Is that your creed?
Marvelous. Your Siegfried is just the power I've been looking for.
What?
My work here is done.
Use a scanning art.
Wait, damn you! Follow them!
Use a magic lens. Okay, so we victory under status ailments. Yeah, that one took out a chunk of my grade. That really sucks. Envenoming Glassite. Yeah, those enemies like to spam a lot of ailments there. Provides the ability to trigger random poison-related skills.
Where the hell did they go?
There's an herb.
They can't have gotten far.
Chamomile.
Damn. You sure got some speedy legs for an old fart.
I'm glad to see you're okay, Zavid.
It's not me that I'm worried about.
Melchior was highly interested in your weapon. And yet he didn't steal it. Surely a legate like him could snatch it if he wanted to.
Why bother stealing it when you can just copy its hidden formula? Some arts can decipher the workings of other arts in a split second. And guess what Melchior's specialty is?
As he left, he said, "My work here is done."
The Abbey must have some use for that unknown art. Who knows what? After all, they brought it here from another continent.
And we'll find out what they're after and crush it to dust.
Let me ask you just one question. Why do you have Siegfried?
I'm counting on you, he said. Back when I served the Exorcists, they sent me on a mission to capture Aifread.
Zavid, you were once their slave?
Yeah. My mind was under the influence of Inominat's domain. But when Aifread aimed this baby at me, one shot was all it took to open my eyes. The fight we had after that was one for the books. He might have been a human, but that guy was a beast. Put a song in my soul. But then Melchior had to jump in and spirit Aifread away with one of his damned illusions. That old bastard. Playing tricks with people's minds.
But why'd he grab Aifread and not Siegfried when he had the chance?
He probably didn't know at the time that this guy was the real prize he was after. But Aifread knew. Right before he was taken, he distracted Melchior long enough to hand Siegfried over to me. Well, that's all I know. Whether you believe me or not is up to you.
Got it. We're done here.
Huh? That was easy.
Aifread only says I'm counting on you to people he trusts.
Is that so?
So, what are you gonna do now?
Gotta keep looking for Aifread. So gotta give this back and settle our score.
I doubt you have much time left to get that done.
I'd hazard a guess that until now, Melchior was unaware what Siegfried could really do. In other words, he and the exorcists weren't able to interrogate anything out of their captive.
And now that Aifread's no longer needed, I see no reason for them to keep him alive.
You think I don't know that?
If you really want to save Aifread, you probably ought to team up with us.
Nope. No can do.
Why not?
You lot will do anything to achieve your goals. Even kill. Sorry, I'm a fighter, not a killer. I won't steal a single life. That's just my creed.
That's the exact opposite of why he wouldn't join Sori in the beginning. Because Sori was too hesitant to kill. Though Sori did end up, did realize he had to kill dragons in the endgame.
And I've got no intention of changing our pirate creed either.
Eizen and Zavid have their own creeds. They both have such strong principles, even though they're so different.
Just like humans.
Well, that was sure something. Melchior and his illusions are cheats.
There's no cheating in combat.
What I meant is that they were awfully dirty tricks for an upstanding exorcist.
And the illusions seemed so real. Had that gone on any longer, I wouldn't have been able to tell what was real and what was fake.
If it can't be distinguished from reality, perhaps one could live a happier life within the illusion.
That sort of happiness can rot.
You think so?
But by using illusions, you can defeat an opponent without causing them any physical harm.
Oh, how humane. Wow, the Abbey is so great.
Lord Melchior is an exemplary man who has served Lord Artorius since before the Abbey's founding. He's done everything from logistical planning to defense strategy and even political negotiations. He shows the utmost concern, even for his opponents, so...
He turned a friendly Moloch into a dragon.
That was...
Physical wounds can heal. Emotional wounds never fully fade.
Yeah, but...
Don't lose heart, Eleanor. Foul play is foul play, but you're talking to a demon and a witch. Who can judge?
I appreciate that you're trying to console me, but as an exorcist, I cannot accept this.
I thought I smelled someone pondering. What's on your mind, Laphicet?
I know Siegfried comes from another continent and all, but do you know anything else about it, Rokuro?
Nope, can't say I do. All I care about are swords. That contraption doesn't interest me much.
I suppose that makes sense. But it looked real powerful.
Just guessing based on how we saw Zavid use it, I'd say it amplifies his power somehow.
An amplifier. It's true that he seemed to get stronger when he fired it at himself.
Yeah, and it gave that dying legendary Wyvern enough strength to escape.
But wasn't it also what he used to dispel Melchior's illusions back there?
That was also amplification. The Malachim are the source of his arts. The relic pushed them past their limits and... kablooey.
Suffice it to say, it can be used both offensively and defensively. It must be very hard to master.
More important is what the Abbey plans to do with it. Not that I really care.
Laphicet? May I ask you something?
What is it?
The girl with the umbrella from Lord Melchior's illusion. What is her connection to Eizen? I don't think he'd answer if I asked him myself.
I don't know. I was wondering about her as well. She was pretty, wasn't she?
Oh, so you like a girl who's cute, but with a bit of sophistication.
Really? I thought his type was more like
Shh!
What's going on?
We were discussing a delicate topic. Laphicet's first crush, if you must know.
Oh.
No, we weren't. We were just talking about the umbrella girl from the illusion.
The umbrella girl. That illusion made Eizen hesitate. She must be really important to him.
Indeed. It must be a deep, naughty relationship.
Come on now.
Like a wife he wants to leave but he can never let go. Or a lover from whom he can't move on.
No, that's too wild, and she's too young.
Yeah, it's not that. What's more likely for a self-serving pirate is a daughter from a woman who only knows him by a fake name, perhaps one whom he cast aside, or who cast him aside!
And maybe she was somebody he couldn't marry for some reason. But when she died, he raised her daughter for her.
He had been friends with her since they were children, but they only realized their true feelings after they had been married to someone else.
Is this their idea of romance? In any case, beware of girls, Laphicet.
Right.
The cage was broken, the one Moloch got away. Such failure won't be tolerated. According to the reports by the exorcist present, both incidents were caused by the same group of demons. We must suggest that the full might of the Abbey be used to eliminate them. Looks like the Corsair Scourge is lifted. I'm glad to be of service, but if the Abbey finds out about this, it'll do me no good. Now get going before they see you here. Just heard the most frightening news. Lothringen suffered an attack by demons. Lord Melchior was there, but the culprit still escaped. Wait, that means there are demons out there more powerful than Exorcist Legate? But surely Shepherd Artorius can overcome them. Surely, right? I just hope that what you're doing helps everyone out. Okay. Frenzied Wolf reward. Any new ones, though? Nope. I'm up to date. Crap, I dropped 10 gold in the pond. Forget it, Dad. You can find 10 gold somewhere else. You'll never believe it. When I was on Burnack Plateau, I spotted a dragon with huge wings flying away. Reneed would be helpless against such a beast. We need to ask Lord Melchior to slay it for us. He made it.
Now what are we gonna do? What's wrong?
This dog came up with a book in its mouth. Here, take a look.
Huh. It looks pretty old. I've never seen this kind of writing before.
It's not ancient Avarost, that's for sure. Part of it looks like a chronology, so maybe it's a history book?
If I were to guess, I'd say they're Meliodosian characters, which would peg it at about 2,000 years old. It's more recent than Avarost, but the writing has fallen completely out of use.
All kinds of notes are written throughout the book, too. Someone must have been studying it. If it's research material, that might make it Videl's book. Videl? Who's that? He's a weird kid who's way into studying history. He lives at the inn.
Could you maybe deliver the book to him for us? We were told not to get too close to him, so...
Yeah, sure. I guess.
Research on ancient legacies. We want to deliver a book, but our mom will worry. Can you tell Vidal we said sorry? Vidal's the innkeeper's kid. He's so smart he's practically a genius.
My book! Where could I have left it?
Are you Videl? Is this yours?
My book! Oh, that book is super important to me. Thank you.
I'm Laphicet. I hope you don't mind that we flipped through some of it. Can you actually read Meliodosian script?
You recognize Meliodosian writing? That's unusual in this day and age.
Oh, it's not that big of a deal, really.
When I grow up, I want to be an adventurer who travels the world and explores lots of ruins. So to make sure I'm ready for anything, I've been studying ancient history, starting with the Era of Darkness.
The Era of Darkness? You're referring to the Dark Period, right?
Right. Almost no written records from the age have survived. But if you compare the history before and after, you can tell something major must have happened.
Wow, that's fascinating.
I know!
Look at those two, all worked up over an old book.
My little brother was just like that too. Laphie and our brother used to.
We've received reports of suspicious persons in the area. Have you seen anything?
Not good. They're onto us.
Quickly, hide in my house.
Vidal, have you seen anyone suspicious recently?
Sorry, sir. I've been absorbed in my book.
That's all right, thanks. Look, I know it must be tough living alone with your mom. Just remember, your father's a praetor. He's out there fighting to protect us all. Keep your chin up for his sake at least, all right?
Uh-huh.
Thanks for your help, Vidal.
Vidal, your father is an exorcist?
Yeah, he is. But don't worry, I won't say anything about you and your friends. I'm your friend too.
Really?
And to prove it, I'll let everyone in on a big secret. This book tells you how to make an Omega Elixir, an incredibly ancient and powerful medicine. If I'm reading it right, you need 5 ingredients in order to create the elixir. I've only translated one of them so far, but I'll tell you what it is.
That's really nice of you, Vidal. But I don't have any way to repay you for this.
Oh, please, think nothing of it. I'd just like it if you came and talked with me again sometime.
Of course. What are friends for?
The Omega Elixir. That's an ancient medicine said to be able to cure any disease. But it was my understanding that no samples or recipes survived the Era of Darkness.
Meliodosian script was used prior to the Era of Darkness, so I guess it's possible that Vidal's recipe might be legit.
He's just a kid. I don't know how much we can trust his translation.
You saw his notes. I doubt many adults could even get anything out of that book. He might be onto something.
Kids are more capable than we give them credit for, especially where their interests lie.
I think we can trust Vidal.
Laphie used to read books intently like that too.
Furthermore, couldn't a hypothetical Omega Elixir be quite useful to you, Velvet?
Laphicet, you look like you really want to track down those ingredients.
Yeah, I do.
Personally, I don't really care. But if you want to look for them, I won't stop you.
Okay.
Omega Elixir Recipe 1. Your husband is a fine man. I envy you. My husband, on the other hand... Oh, I don't know about that. There are sure a lot of exorcists around all of a sudden. Did something happen? I haven't heard anything. I know we need them around, but they make this place so stuffy it's hard to breathe.
This big storm came and swept me out to a Class 4 island, and let me tell you, it's as bad as the rumors make it sound. I wanted to just wait it out in a shipyard somewhere, but then the water turned all gooey. Then I had these jellyfish things coming onto the deck, and before I knew it, slugs were swimming around in the damn ocean.
Wouldn't the salt in seawater mess up a slug?
Yeah, that's what I thought too, but these weren't no sea slugs neither. It was scary. I'll tell you that much. You want my advice? Stay the hell away from that island altogether. But if you do go, watch out for that gooey stuff.
What did that pirate mean by Class 4? I've never heard of that.
It's a classification the Abbey uses to help inform their strategy, an estimation of how well they've been able to manage the demon outbreak in an area. Administrative Zone Classes 1 through 3 have been assigned a suitable contingent of exorcists to guarantee the population's safety.
So, Class 4 administrative zones are ones that are still unsafe?
In a perfect world, the entire kingdom would be protected, but there's just not enough manpower to go around. The Abbey doesn't send exorcists to remote areas and far-off islands. Instead, they avoid casualties by making those areas off-limits.
But that pirate mentioned he'd come close to an island. Are those policies actually enforced?
They send out an official notice to stay away, and that's all. It's not like they could blockade every tiny remote island out there. So you're free to dive into the deep end if you want, but no one will come to your rescue. Hope you know how to swim.
If they could keep the demons in check, they wouldn't have to tell people to stay clear. Frankly, I think the Abbey just doesn't want to go near places like that.
In other words, these are dangerous places that the Abbey has washed their hands of.
Makes you wonder how much they can administrate these places when they're not willing to get their hands dirty.
Are there many Class 4 administrative zones?
I've heard of 10 such regions in my time working as an inspector for the Abbey, but I'm afraid I couldn't tell you their exact locations or their current status.
If the Abbey abandoned this island, it's probably safe to assume that it's getting to be pretty dangerous.
If we go there, we're gonna want to be prepared.
You can now go to the Class 4 Administrative Zone. The island was so swampy my mind was like mud. I'm still feeling bogged down by all that mire.
Demons! There's more of them! A whole band of them rampaging through Warwick Forest!
There was already one dangerous demon in those woods, and now we have more! And they're still on the loose! A lot of exorcists have come to deal with them, but...
What do these demons look like?
That's what I want to know. Those Abbey people won't tell us nothing. Every time a demon comes around, it's all, show us your cargo this and don't leave port for a while that. How are we supposed to catch any fish?
These demons really are a pain in the neck. If I was an exorcist, I'd lay down some justice, I tell ya. At the end of the day, it's not the demons or the exorcists that have it rough. It's us normal folk.
Anyway, you guys should be careful. There are demons about.
Thanks for the warning.
Those exorcists need to work hard, so let's fill their bellies with a sea's bounty. We'll give them yellowtail, bullhead, and kingfish. And puffer and stonefish and blue-ringed octopus. I think I should become an exorcist. All you have to do is order a malachim in the fight, right? I'm good at teaching dogs tricks. Yeah, this is a great idea. There's something suspicious about the Abbey. They must have some purpose other than protecting the common people. Even so, we still have to listen to them. We common people don't have a lot of choice. That crew, they're awfully lively, aren't they? I envy them for being able to laugh like that in times like these.
First mate! You're all right!
Sorry to worry you.
And the captain?
It turned out to be a fake. But now I know the real one's still alive somewhere.
Well, of course he is.
Not that he has a lot of time left.
What do you mean?
Calm down. I'll explain later.
Eizen! You stay calm too, okay?
And you've all taken your salatoma?
Yes, sir.
And nobody died?
All still kicking.
Compared to your curse, sir, this sickness was tiny potatoes.
All right. Then let's get ready to sail out.
Already done, sir.
We're ready whenever.
The Pirate's Creed, huh?
There's worse out there.
Battle is one thing, but Krogane too. If he falls, he'll drown. We'll just have to haul him back in. He looks like he's having a good time. Aye, even without a face you can tell. Yeah, they're just sitting on the ship like that. Fishing. The Salatoma worked. Everyone is in ship shape. We won't forget the favor he did us here. The crew is back and meaner than ever. Just the assault we sail. We can actually go to a class 4 zone, but is it worth it? Slime and sludge, so I need anti-amorphous, which I do have. But what's the recommended level? And I can also go back to Port Cadnix if needed. There's actually a side quest if I go back to Port Cadnix. I do love to soak in the glory of nature and idly fish. One day a pure maiden is bound to nose me and I'll reel her in too. I think you'll need better bait for that. I hear they've completed a new temple to the Empyrean near the capital. I'd like to go see it before I die, but it'd be senseless to go if demons killed me along the way. I think this stew would be a good choice for supper. Carrots are pricey these days, so we'll leave them out. Do you catch all that, Mom? There's no future for me in a place like Engan. I'm gonna go to the capital and make a name for myself. I don't need any excitement in my future. I just want to live a nice, peaceful life. You seriously want to work in those old mines? That's a bad idea. It's dangerous work and the pickings are slim. Trust me, you've got better options out there. My father was a miner. I want to follow in the footsteps of the man who raised me. Alright, it's your decision to make. Do what you feel is right. There's still a bit of pure bright steel left in the Vestor tunnels. It'll make the best weapons and armor around. Our output may be small, but the quality is second to none. Yes, I finally got the Exorcist card I wanted. It's a rank 5 Shigure. Huh? Awesome. Say, you want to trade for my rank 7 Artorius? No way, I've been a Shigure fan from the start. They're just bits of paper. Boys get excited over the silly swings. They've got their own trading cards. Guess they must be more popular than I thought.
This must be Long Dau's dust. The ingredient Vidal's Omega Elixir recipe calls for.
I can't believe you actually found it.
We have to go tell Vidal. Maybe he's been able to translate the rest of the list.
Yeah.
Got Long Dau's dust.
Wow! Is that Long Dau's dust? That's one of the Omega Elixir ingredients! You found it! You really found it!
Yeah. It's proof your research is right.
Thanks! I've just managed to translate the description of the second ingredient. Here, take this and... Whoa.
What's wrong? Your face is red.
Hey, you're burning up.
It's fine. I'm pretty much always running a fever.
That makes it even worse. We need to get you home so you can rest up.
But I'm still translating the recipe.
You heard me.
Alright. She's scary. Is she your sister or something, Laphicet?
Well, it's kind of a long story.
Oh, okay. Well, you seem to have a pretty complicated life.
Do you think he's always that sick?
Wouldn't surprise me. I was weak when I was a kid, too.
He's probably been like this since he was born. That must be why his parents named him Vidal. It means to live.
Huh. I never thought about that.
Laphicet is like that too. It means one who lives.
One who lives.
And he wants to be an explorer when he grows up. I feel sorry for him.
But if he drinks the Omega Elixir, I think he can get better. When he sets off on his adventures, will you let him aboard the Von Eltia, Eizen?
I suppose I could cut him a deal.
You'd charge him?
I'm a pirate, kid. Comes with the territory. But I promise you, I won't charge him too much.
I suppose that'll have to do.
One who lives. I did not know that Laphicet's name had meaning behind it.
Didn't mean much in the end. I poured my soul into getting him through. But he's still dead all the same. Hope. What a waste.
You really think it was pointless?
What else am I supposed to think? It won't bring him back.
Got Omega Elixir Recipe 2. He's got fever again. I hope that doesn't mean what I think it does. Let's try out one of those Class 4s. Class 4 Aberrant Quarter. Okay. See something nasty there? It looks like an outdoor malevolent crucible.
Is that a fighting arena of some sort? I don't see any demons around.
Look! There's something spewing out of the middle!
I sense a really malicious force emanating from it.
It's probably the vengeful spirits of those who fought and died here looking for glory! Oh.
Thanks for that. Now I've got goosebumps.
Let's try not to wind up as more vengeful spirits.
So did the Abbey create this as a sort of malevolent crucible? Looks like we really are fighting Amorphous. I see a slime statue. Here you can battle waves of specific types of demon. Select summon demons to call demons to the arena and commence battle. After a certain amount of demons have been defeated, more will appear. The battle is over when all demons have been completely wiped out. Make sure if you're defeated in battle, you'll return to your original pre-battle status. Make sure to prepare yourself thoroughly before stepping up. The first time you clear the challenge, you'll receive a reward, so give it your all. At least tell us a recommended level. Like, show us who the strongest member of the enemy mob is.
I'll finish this now.
See this? Killing flash! But I'm this close. I won't miss! Form zero! Thunder! Next!
Heaven's track! Really come! Bring it down! Go! Bring it down! Oh, or is it just me?
Double hit! That was it! Gave way!
Here's true! Maelstrom! Shake the heaven! Perfect heaven!
Okay. Octopus.
One down.
Here goes!
Hey, I haven't seen that type before. Seriously, I have not seen these guys before. Okay, I've seen these guys before. Why are we fighting older, weaker ones now instead of the stronger ones? It's just like the Malevolent Crucible. There's not always a linear order to this thing. Oh, fuck. I hate these guys. Oh, my hit points!
See this? Hold up!
Is that all you got?
Get back here! Okay.
Watch your step! Take that! Here! Heaven track! Take that! You won't get away! Thunder blitz! Take that! Devour! Heaven track! Out of my way!
For fun! Get this!
Take that! Here's true!
Gave way!
Heaven's track!
Ah, these guys won't stop spawning! Oh, I hate the camera. It's working against me. Oh, we won!
That was a considerably powerful enemy.
I got a ton of great and Jupiter Satchel. I got some new shit. Good, I can start mastering these. Yeah, some of these enemies aren't really supposed to appear yet. Jupiter Satchel, a bag that won't be snatched away by any gust of wind. Resistance shoes. Men's shoes specialized for providing resistance to arts. Okay, cool. All demons defeated. Virtuos bend tight. Press different arts by pressing attack while guarding.
Looks like we won't be joining the party.
I can see why this place is the stuff of cautionary bedtime stories.
No,
Not to mention why the Abbey's keeping way the hell away.
We shouldn't let our guard down. But this place could still be a good chance to hone our combat skills.
Indeed. Most everything we fought here seems to follow a pattern. This is a good place for tactical training.
If we ever end up on another island like this one, we should probably come prepared for the kinds of enemies we'll face. It's too bad that wasn't the real Aifread. But I'm glad everyone on the ship is feeling better.
Yeah. Though it sounds like they never want to touch that Salatoma stuff ever again.
What about Eleanor?
She took it too, and her face went all wow!
I don't mean how she looked. I mean how she actually feels.
Oh, well, she looks like she feels better too.
Good.
You're worried about her, aren't you, Velvet?
No, it's nothing like that.
Let me tell you something, kiddo. When young maidens ripen, they have trouble expressing their feelings.
So Velvet's... ripen?
Mogulu! Quit giving Laphicet confusing thoughts!
No trouble expressing those feelings, I see.
The Abbey is supposed to exist to bring peace and order to the world. Everything the Abbey does, everything Lord Melchior and Shepherd Artorius do, it ought to be rooted in that mission. And yet, something just doesn't feel right here.
You are dismissed. That knowledge is not for you.
Something wrong? Whoa! Easy there. Just asking.
Sorry. I was just deep in thought. Is there something you need from me?
Nah. Just heard a bunch of sighs and wondered if you were feeling sick or anything.
No, I drank my Salatoma juice.
Ah. Tasted like crap, didn't it?
It wasn't that bad.
Hey.
What?
Are you afraid of demons?
No, I am not. It's more like I despise them. 10 years ago, a group of them attacked my village. They destroyed everything. And everyone.
Including your family?
Yes. The only family I had at that point was my mother. And in all the chaos, she... All I have left of her is this hand mirror she gave me. I didn't want anyone else to have to feel the way I did. And so I became an exorcist in order to destroy demons. So you can keep your pity.
Gotcha. I will then.
What is that?
That's called a penguin, a type of bird native to this area.
Penguin.
Their meat is succulent and tender, and makes a lovely stew.
Wow, what's it taste like?
You'd eat that poor thing? Savage.
You're one to talk, demon. It was one of my mother's specialties.
All right, enough of the chit-chat. Mogulu, what's this grimoire friend of yours like?
Well, how do I put it? Oh. You know, like that.
Like what?
Well, to put it in a way those of meager imagination can understand, Grimm's got a sort of listless, aristocratic air about her. A noble woman in her twilight, you could say.
Huh. So you mean like a woman, but different from Velvet and Eleanor?
You're not wrong there. Tell you what, just keep an eye out for a grown woman.
Grown woman. Okay, I got it.
Well, since we got her name, we could start by asking around.
Exactly. Now you're talking. What's up, kiddo?
Magilu, you're a grown woman yourself. So why is it you have trouble clearly expressing your real feelings?
Good question. Put simply, a long time ago, mine broke. Bagow! Chapoom! Bye-bye!
Your feelings broke?
Come on. Let's question the townsfolk.
Yseult, City of the Sovereign Seas. Wait, what the hell? Why is there a ladder here? Secret treasure? I don't see any secret treasure. It looks like a spot where I could fish if I had a fishing rod. Nice little stool here for in case I need to fish. Do you find your quarry? Okay, I can still head back if I need to. That's good. I can even go back to Class 4 zone. So I heard some people say that if you fight the Class 4 zone on easy mode, you can get a lot of skill, a lot of equipment with no random skills, which means you can turn them into odorless fluid. I might want to try that. So maybe once I unlock the next event type that lets me upgrade further. A fellow fisherman told me he saw an octopus eating a whale. The octopus must have been a demon, which means Daemonblight has spread to the sea. Is it from the Amorphous Class 4? Look at all those penguins. Can they turn to demons too? Actually, that's a scary thought. Get revenge on the humans who ate them. Excuse me, have you heard of a woman named Grimoire? Grimoire? Can't say I have. Doesn't sound like a Southgate name. Are you sure she's on this island? Is this your first time in Southgate? You'll need to protect your skin from the sun or you'll be sorry. Thanks for the warning. Can demons even get sunburn? Wait. Whoa. Not expect a secret area down here. What? An alternate entrance. Red lavender. Okay, but this is a one-way jump. In my part today, Southgate was a paradise where all you needed to do was fish. But now we're crushed between demons on one front and exorcist rules on the other. My generation missed out on the good life. Pardon me, we're looking for a woman named Grimoire. Do you know her? I'm afraid I don't. Oh, but I do know where to get grimworms. They're limp things, a bit like glugworms. You can use them as bait, but for my money, a catworm is always the better option. I see, thank you for the advice. Well, that was a whole lot of useless information. Some folks up north criticize the people of Southgate for eating penguin. I'm Southgate born and raised, but I see where they're coming from. After all, up north they eat rat pig. Now that's just downright cruel. Why do cute animals always taste so good? I'm looking for a woman named Grimoire. Do you know her? Well, I've been here 29 years, and I still don't have a female acquaintance. Right, sorry I brought it up. You're all eager beavers, eh? Well, I got just a thing for you. Wait, what? Why didn't you list one? That's so weird. You said you had the thing for me. But there's gotta be at least one in this continent.
So how do you like our island? Nice and laid back, right?
It's quite a bit different from Logris.
This place was even more relaxed before the opening. But recently, a lot of our young folk have gone starry-eyed about the city and left us in the lurch.
It's still better than it was when the demons first started showing up. We have the Abbey to thank for that. And because people are traveling more now, the need for ships has skyrocketed. Our lumber industry is booming.
In other words, when the money started flowing, people let it go to their heads?
That and those exorcists and soldiers from the bigger cities, they really seemed sophisticated. People from the other islands wear different clothes and have things we don't, you know?
Getting worked up and worked over by what's trendy. Is that foolishness not the very definition of youth?
If this keeps up, our island's traditions will fade away. That's what worries me.
I understand how you feel, but you have to give young people the freedom to be themselves.
When I was younger, I used to be proud of Southgend's traditions. Maybe I'm just grumbling like a typical old fogey. The culture here is rough, but that's not the only thing that makes this place dangerous. There aren't many exorcists around. I'd feel safer in a city where the Abbey has a stronger presence. Whoa. Silky paper. A poison ward. Oh, you're all Northerners. Welcome to Yseult. Southgate is made up of hundreds of tropical islands. Before, each island had its own town culture, but Daemonblight took most of them from us. Oh, but don't worry, there are lots of exorcists here on this island to keep us safe. I thought you said there weren't that many. At the cathedral, a man told me he'd lost his little boy brother to 12-year sickness when they were boys. 12-year sickness? There's no cure for that. Some say you're born with it, others say it's a curse that falls on those who have seen something inhuman. A curse? Is that really true? Don't worry, it's a very rare condition. Only when tens of thousands of people will get it. You should be more concerned about Daemonblight. Do you know a woman named Grimoire? She's got a listless aristocratic air about her, like a noble woman in her twilight. I don't know her, sorry, but I'll tell you one thing. A boy your age shouldn't talk like that. Be careful your tongue doesn't get you burned. Alright, I'm sorry. I had a twin brother that died when I was little. It's been 60 years since he passed, but I still pray that his soul rests peacefully. You have my condolences. Was it an accident? No, it was a 12-year sickness. He heard the voice of the sea and this wind, but I never could. He was always such a pure boy. My grandfather told me there were once many Empyreans. Amonok, ruler of water, Musefe, bearer of flame, Eumacia, guardian of earth, Hyanoa, will of the wind. That's kind of confusing. Wait, which was Anominate associated with? Please bless me with large halls, safe wages, a happy home, freedom from disease, financial stability, and whatever else comes to mind. Thank you. Okay.
Heading out.
Come, sinner, and repent your wicked deeds.
Who? Me? I don't think I've done much that needs repenting.
No, my son, you must be mistaken, for I can tell just from how you dress that a great many sins weigh heavily upon your heart. But it's not too late for you yet. You must confess your sins and repent.
Yeah, I hear you, but I really can't think of anything.
Have you ever wielded violence?
No, all I wield are my swords.
Well, have you hurt anybody with your swords?
Yeah, but I haven't been able to land a killing blow yet. I've still got a long way to go. But the next time, I'll kill him.
No, you have it all wrong. You must repent for how you've used your swords.
Oh, I get it. I need to improve my cutting technique, right?
That's not what I meant either.
Ah, then what do you mean? It's a priest's job to guide the layman, right? You'll have to start speaking more clearly if you want anyone to trust your advice. Get your act together, man.
Yes, I'll reflect upon the error of my ways. Wait, what?
Perhaps people really aren't capable of understanding one another. Halt, you're a suspicious-looking lot. I'm gonna need to see some identification. If it's a trouble permit you want, we've got one. Give that here. Maglu's Menagerie, eh? Very well. But I'll warn you that you should be careful how you dress, even if you are entertainers. If you didn't have an exorcist with you, I'd have to take you in for questioning. You're entirely correct. I will make sure they understand. Life ball obtained.
It's become common practice to use Southgand lumber for shipbuilding, but there's a reason. Our trees really are the best for it.
Natant trees only grow in Southgand. Their wood is light, tough, and doesn't rot. Perfect for shipbuilding.
You know your stuff. Long ago, before people knew how to build seafaring vessels, Midgand and Southgand were separate countries. Then our ancestors fashioned rafts out of Natant logs and floated all the way to Midgand. A Midgand craftsman, amazed to see a humble raft cross the open sea, returned with our ancestors here to Southgand.
He had used the Natant logs to build a large, sturdy ship.
Thanks to him, commerce took off between Midgand and Southgand, and the Age of Exploration began. The excitement of a new age had everyone floating on air, but within mere decades, Midgand declared war on Southgand.
Ironically enough, it was ships made from trees from their islands that enemies used to invade them.
The fighting continued for a long time, but in the end, Midgand emerged the victor. Our islands were occupied. As hard as things were, our ancestors still liked to joke about it. They'd say, Age of Exploration, more like Age of Exploitation.
When things were that bad, they could still joke about it?
Southganders have always been a cheerful bunch. We tend to look for the silver lining in every cloud. It may not seem like it these days, but Southgand used to be a place where the laughter would never cease. Some people even used to call it Shenanigand.
Shenanigand. This must have been a really fun place.
Daemonblight has robbed this age of smiles, but smile we must if we want to succeed. Smile is the gate that invites the shepherd. Oh, I missed this. Open. Laughing glasses. Oh, secret entrance. Amphibole fragment. We've got a secret fort hidden beneath the floor over there. Don't tell the grown-ups, alright? Alright, I'll keep the secret of your secret fort secret. Yseult houses are on stilts so that they stay above the water. At high tide, the town looks like one big raft. So that's the reason. At first I couldn't tell if it was clever engineering or just shoddy craftsmanship. We're looking for a lady named Grimoire. Does the name ring any bells? I don't know her, and let's face it, your pickup line needs some work. You're gonna have to work hard in that if you want to catch my attention. Well, at least I found a woman of some taste. We're used to living freely in Southgand, so the Abbey's rules really shape. If you think about it another way, it's a good chance to mend bad habits. Right, like how we can't just dive into the sea naked. Now we have to warm up and put on swimsuits.
Still no leads on that Grimoire lady.
Magulu, when did you get that letter from her you mentioned?
Hard to say. It must have been last year? A decade ago?
Take this seriously or I'll feed you to the sharks.
Oh, what? I think I'd at least rate a kraken.
Keep this up and I swear I'll eat... It's them!
The final preparations are complete. Once you've assumed your new post, everyone will act on your command.
Thank you, sister. But to be honest, I worry that these shoes I'm filling might just be a bit too big for me.
You need not worry. You possess a special strength and quality that others lack. Shepherd Artorius has high hopes for your deployment to Palamedes. Fear not. Just be yourself and you'll do fine. Believe you're a leader, and you will be.
Yes, I'll try to make you proud, sister.
They're sending him to Palamedes? Is that the name of a facility on this island?
I had better get going.
Safe travels.
Oh, one more thing. Be careful around the demon in Haria. It's stronger than it looks. We've even had some casualties.
Understood.
Also, if you must drink the water, remember to boil it.
Sister,
I know, I worry too much. But I just can't help myself.
So, there's a demon in Haria. Sounds like it's a pretty feisty one, too.
If so, it may prove useful.
Still, what magical timing for Oscar to show up here at the very same hour we do.
I understand your suspicion of me, but have you any proof?
None, it's true. But as an exorcist, you're certainly sympathetic to the Abbey's cause.
And soon you may wish we were sympathetic.
Eleanor hasn't been snitching on us. I'm sure of it.
And how would you know? Are you watching her even when she's taking a bath?
Huh? No, I don't. I always stay outside when she's taking a bath. And...
Then isn't it possible she's communicating with the Abbey in secret while you're not there?
You pledged to obey me until the day you die, correct?
Yes, that I did.
Remember, when you two trade blows, only the Abbey wins.
One less demon, and one less traitor for them to worry about.
While we're standing around here arguing, that demon could be attacking Grimoire!
It's true. Let's find some more people to question around town. So what's it really like?
Huh?
The connection between Moloch and Vessel. Do you share, like, thoughts and feelings?
Sort of. When I'm dwelling inside Eleanor, I can see what she sees and hear what she hears. But I can't read her thoughts or her emotions. Sitting in a box doesn't teach you how the box feels.
I see. In that case, I want to give her as little time alone as possible.
I don't want to bathe with her, alright?
I know. You're a boy and all. For her baths, we can send Bienfu. No, that's a bad idea. It'll have to be Magulu. Or myself.
Phew!
What sort of boundaries have you and Eleanor drawn? How do you sleep?
We talk before bed sometimes. But it's not like I'm sleeping by her side or anything. It's easier for me to tell when she wakes up if I'm dwelling inside her.
Does she ever get out of bed at night?
Not in my experience. And she sleeps so peacefully.
Huh?
When she's around you guys, she always looks so stern. But when she's sleeping, her expression is... softer, you could say. She lets her hair down, too. And I think it's kinda prettier that way.
Huh. So that's what he likes. Well, keep an eye on her, but...
But?
Watch out for the older girls.
Huh? Teresa and Oscar sure seem close.
I've known them since I was an initiate, but I've never seen them quarrel, not even once.
Did you ever fight with your brother, Velvet?
Yeah, I guess I did. Sometimes I'd chew him out, and he'd sulk and stop talking to me, but I found that adorable too.
You did?
No matter how much he dug in his heels, or tried to talk like he was in charge, after a while he'd be right there trailing along behind me.
Like a little puppy dog.
Puppies are a lot more obedient. I always had to keep an eye on him. Little brothers are odd creatures.
Rokuro's a little brother. Is he adorable too?
Huh? I don't think a little brother who's out to kill you is in any way adorable.
But Shigure seemed like he was having fun.
Sometimes you just don't make sense.
Huh? I don't know.
Little brothers.
Do you have any siblings?
I'm an only child.
Well then, that's perfect. You pretend the boy is your little brother.
Huh? That's a bit extreme, but actually, when I'm talking with Laphicet, sometimes I think this is what having a brother must feel like.
I could be Eleanor's brother.
Don't take any of this nonsense seriously, Laphicet. Malachim are just tools to exorcists. She can never think of you as her brother.
Oh, yeah.
You're wrong. I've changed how I view Malachim. I know that's true because I can think of him as a brother.
Right.
She's all talk. Don't believe her.
It seems to me like you're the one who's treating him as a tool, by forcing your own opinions upon him.
Ooh, two sisters struggling for the affections of their brother. Eeny teeny candlestick, which one will the Muppet pick?
How about an older brother instead?
Balmy fluid. Lady Teresa is an exorcist praetor from Helives. She was sent here as a sort of punishment, but she put the town in order with a firm, deft hand. We're sorry to see her go, but she recommended Lord Oscar as her replacement, so we should be fine.
The people of Southgand originally worshipped Amenoch, the Empyrean of Water. The lives of the people of the Southern Isles are inherently tied to the sea. Whether it was gratitude for a good catch or an appeal for protection, everyone offered their prayers to Amenoch.
But the Abbey worships Innominat, don't they? Do the people still keep their faith?
Most of the people obey the will of the Abbey, but one small village deep in Southgand is a special case. The village is called Haria, and even now they keep their faith in Amenoch. They've even quarreled with the Abbey. I'm grateful that they fight off the demons. I really am. But do they have to dictate which gods we worship too?
They think they do. It's their truth. Then again, they can't control what's in your heart, can they?
Innomina and Amenoch both offered their blessings to humanity. I want to pray to both to give them my thanks, but... You plan to be fishermen when you're older, do you? Nope, I'm going to captain my own ship. Don't be daft, every fisherman is a captain. Even if his ship is a bit small. Enough bottle. Red sage. The ocean's been receding bit by bit for 10 years, and currents don't have the pull they used to. It's almost like nature's power is dwindling. I don't like it one bit. Do you think it could be Amenoch's curse on us? McClure Beach is through the gate. It used to be a paradise for penguins and visitors alike. Now it's a place where demons stalk visitors and send them to paradise. If you plan on passing through, tread carefully. You hear about Aball Village? There's a real nasty demon over there. Even the exorcists aren't able to handle it. Weren't they the ones who disobeyed the Abbey and kept worshipping their old gods? Sounds like they got what was coming to them. Domesticated Pinguion has a docile flavor compared to wild Pinguion. Wild Pinguion has a lot of personality. It's right down all the way down. Okay, what do you sell? Feldspar tier? Already? Damn. Now get all this. Give me all that Feldspar. I haven't even upgraded my Amphibolt stuff all the way either.
Hey, this doll? It looks like Bienfu.
Ah, a keen eye you have, young man. That is a doll of the Empyrean Amenoch.
That's... Empyrean Amenoch?
Yep, no doubt about it. I've seen her with my own eyes. Real dignified, but not without a bit of a temper.
You saw her? Why was she angry?
Well, the Abbey's banned any profession of the Amenochian faith in Southgand, despite her popularity. Gotta assume that's what got her all bent out of shape. I tried talking to her, but no matter what I said, she was just like, oh.
Wait, that sounds like...
And that low-energy goddess you saw? The doll you've got here looks like her?
Yeah, more or less.
Ha!
Fortune smiles upon thee, weary adventurers. That listless goddess is none other than Grim.
Grimoire isn't human?
When did I ever say she was? So, shopkeep, where'd you see her?
I think it was down by McClear Beach.
Pensively watching the tide come in? That's her, all right. Quickly, to the beach!
I saw the great Aminoke at McClear Beach. Looked just like this figurine. If you see Aminoke around, just say I'm a huge personal fan, alright?
Why didn't you mention Grimoire as a Moloch before now?
You can't be too careful with that information. Spies listening everywhere!
What does it mean to become an adult?
The eternal question of youth.
Have you ever heard of the ceremony of adulthood? It's a yearly tradition on this island.
If I remember right, it's totally wild. Everyone throws bananas and oranges at each other.
Traditionally, yes, but things have changed over the years. Bananas and oranges are a thing of the past. People are always reaching for bigger and better things, right? In this case, it's watermelons. Whole watermelons.
You're throwing watermelons? That's gotta hurt.
Trust me, I know. But watermelons are the least of our worries. Recently, people have started flinging coconuts.
Coconuts? Those things are as hard as rocks!
Trust me, I know. Like getting hit with a brick. Now, every year, there are some kids who never make it to adulthood.
You don't mean they...
Yeah, I've kept putting it off myself, but it looks like this year I've got no choice but to participate. That's crazy. It's far too dangerous. And more importantly, how does it make someone an adult?
There are ancient traditions that say overcoming danger marks a child's coming of age. Some people still cling to the old ways.
You've hit the nail on the head. There are lots of old folks that sit around complaining how weak as darn kids are. The hypocrites. Back then, they used bananas and watermelons. They even cracked the watermelons ahead of time.
I don't think cracking a coconut would help much either.
So that's why you're standing about looking blue.
I'm so ashamed of myself for being scared.
If you don't want to do the ceremony, why not just skip it?
I'd love to, but I don't really have a choice. I wouldn't be able to show my face around here if I chickened out.
Having the courage to say no to something you don't feel is right. Isn't that the true mark of an adult?
Wait.
You're right! Now I can finally become an adult! Oh, yeah! Look how grown up I am!
And getting carried away with yourself and acting the fool is the true mark of immaturity.
Sorry. You're right.
Somehow I think this is like the whole watermelon and different fruits used between generations seems like commentary on generational conflicts in real life. Becoming an adult is too much hard work.
It's a true shame that Lady Teresa will be leaving our island.
I'm a little relieved, to tell you the truth. She was a bit too strict for a free soul like me.
I guess not even the heat of Southgand could melt her icy cold personality.
But strict as she was also fair. She never asked anyone to do what she wouldn't do herself. Even when we were fighting with Aball Village over the temple, she kept her cool and listened to what they had to say. If it wasn't for her, we'd probably still be squabbling with Haria.
That's true. But did the Abbey really need to take over the temple for themselves?
She was really pretty, too. Sorry to whoever takes her place, but she's the only exorcist for me. Lady Teresa Linares! You were our protector! Yeah, we need the chilly charms of the Frozen Queen to cool down the heat in Southgand. Ah, the way those ice-cold eyes of hers looked down at me with disdain, like I was something filthy. Teresa forever!
Wow, there's one in every town.
I'm going to create a Teresa fan club. That's a ticket. Gather around, brave souls. Let us seek beauty in a woman colder and deeper than the northern seas. Above all else, I expect an exorcist to be strong. Faith and honor aren't as important. That newcomer, Lord Oscar, was badly hurt by demons. Can we really rely on him to defend us? I haven't seen much of him, but he seemed like a diligent, kind man to me. Those are both fine qualities for a person to have, but they won't help him against demons.
Southgand lumber exports have been on the rise, but so has the popularity of Southgand cuisine.
Like Pengyong?
Pengyongs are our flagship food.
and our Pingyong farms are flourishing. But poranges, bananas, and our other fruits also sell well.
I've never had any poranges or bananas.
Poranges are sweet but tart and very juicy. They're the perfect refreshment on a hot day.
They're that fruit that glows in the dark, right? Also known as candle fruit?
That's the one. And now bananas. They're soft, sweet, and filling when eaten raw. But if you dry them out, they get crunchy like peanuts. And they stay good for years. Southgand is pretty well off compared to other places. The fish are plentiful, and the trees are heavy with fruit. That's why I'm shipping the excess to other towns.
This guy here, he's a true sailor.
Yeah, good luck. I wish you the best.
Hey, thanks. I appreciate it.
One minute he's getting upset at being called old, and the next he's grumbling about youngsters these days. Actually, that does sound like stereotypical grumpy old man behavior. Thanks for tuning in to this Let's Play of Tales of Berseria. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe, and or hit the bell icon.